Good afternoon, everybody. This looks like a familiar place. We are still involved in trying to get a negotiated settlement. The Taliban have not met their commitments. As you know, there is a looming deadline of early May that is before everybody in terms of wanting to have a solution here, but without them meeting their commitments to renounce terrorism and to stop the violent attacks on the Afghan National Security Forces and, by dint of that, the Afghan people, it's very hard to see a specific way forward for the negotiated settlement. But we're still committed to that. There's no question about that. The Secretary's been clear in testimony that we need to find a reasonable, rational end to this war, and that it's got to be done through a negotiated settlement. That includes the Afghan government. They have to be involved in this. And thus far, the Taliban has been, to put it politely, reticent to meet their requirements. So, and this gets to the other issue, which is U.S. force presence. So we're down to 2,500 right now. Both General Miller, the commander in Afghanistan, and, of course, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Milley, have made it clear that they believe that that is a sufficient number to accomplish the mission, which is largely a counterterrorism mission right now. We have many NATO partners in Afghanistan. In fact, that was another thing that we talked, that the Secretary talked about with the German defense minister, was their commitment to the NATO mission, who are also involved in some advise and assist missions as well. So right now, we think we have enough to do what we need to do. But there's no, there hasn't been any decisions made now about what that force presence is going to look like going forward. And I would say this to the leaders of the Taliban, that it is going to be, they make it that much more difficult for final decisions to be made about force presence by their reticence to commit to reasonable, sustainable, and credible negotiations at the table. Okay? We obviously want to see a responsible end to this war. We obviously want to see successful negotiated settlements to end it. We obviously want to see those settlements include the Taliban and the elected Afghan government. But we have a commitment to Afghanistan and to the Afghan National Security Forces that we take very seriously. So I don't want to get into hypotheticals or try to predict certain outcomes. I can tell you that that's still the goal. We know that May deadline is out there, but we're going to be making our decisions in a sober, rational manner that is driven by what's in our best interest and the interest of our partner in Afghanistan, as well as our NATO partners and allies too.